go. Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Jansen. It's about 9 o'clock at night, and I'm actually heading back out in town real quick. Very interesting day today. Hope everybody's had a great day today, and I know I have not spent enough time with daily reflections and motivational stuff. Keep up with everybody and let everybody know what's going on. But when it comes to work and reading, I have to make sure that I'm top of my game when it comes to dealing with people and everything going on. What I want everybody out there to know is each and every one of you matters. And I know I say this a lot, and I know a lot of people, sometimes they kind of look at me and they send me stuff thinking it's me. It's not. It's because I'm seeing society where every time you turn on the news, every time something comes up, there's a lot of negativity. And so I like to combat that with letting you know, every single person that watches me or watches the stuff I do, all the different events we do, that not only do you matter, but you're important. But not just that, but the reason why you're important. You're important because there's something that you have to get done in life. Every single day we have to hug and kiss our children and let them know we love them. Let them know we're proud of them. Let them know that they're protected. So one day they're going to do the same for their children. Every single day we have a mission in life to live. I know it's the simplest thing in the world, but it's the most complicated for some people. What does that mean? Well, the reason why I did daily reflections, there's a lot of spiritual people out there that are always looking for answers that they have to find on their own. There's people out there that are motivational in business that are always looking for the right answers on how can I do better at business. There's school kids out there that are looking for answers on how can I get through the day, how can I get through the bullying situations. Every single day there's people out there that have lost loved ones that don't have that person telling them every day that they matter anymore or that they're important, yet they are. We have these veterans coming home that have PTSD, Marines, Army, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, Navy, Merchant Marines, whatever. They're coming home and they just need to know that they're important and they matter. Now, some of them, they get jobs right away and they do really good. Others, they struggle because they're struggling with demons inside of them. And so the reason why each and every person matters is we all bring something to the table. We all have that one trait in life that can influence somebody else. And that's what we forget. Every single book that I read, every single thing that I do, it points at one thing. It points at the direction that we must be inspirational to other people so they can rise above their problems. If you can rise above your problems, what kind of person then do you become? Easy. You just became a hero to somebody. You became somebody that matters. So every single time I tell you to go out there and love your kids with your entire heart, protect them, teach them, guide them, get off the freaking Xboxes, get off of the PlayStations, get off the computers, get off your cell phone, and enjoy your children. Play board games with them. Go out there, take them to museums, take them to the farms, If you have to have a friend or something, go look at their horses, I don't think there's a farmer in all of Adams County or most of the United States, if you go up and say, hey, we just want to see your cows. I know that sounds weird, and to an adult, it's like, wow, I want to go look at cows. But to a child, they're like, look at the cows, Daddy. Look at the cows, Mommy. Look at the cows, aunt or uncle or, such and such. They think it's a big deal. We take the big things in life, or the small things in life, for granted. And right now, I got an idiot, and you can probably tell he's tailgating me right on the back right now, not even realizing what he's doing. I have every single mirror and every single one of my cameras on. But, people, they're always looking at these big things when they don't know it's the small things in life that are important. If you go visit somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, just out of the blue, you know how important that is. Call one of your friends out of the blue. Let them know that you're there to help them out, that you're there to let them know that they matter and that they make a difference. That's a big deal because sometimes they might not think, they're going through life thinking, hey, I just wish one person would let me know. All these people that say out there, give me a sign. I wish God or Jesus or somebody would give me a sign. I wish there was a sign. Well, you could be that sign for a person, not even realizing it. That's the reason why every single day, coming from the military and seeing veterans all the way back to Vietnam and, the Korean Wars and all the different things, we never know who's going through a really bad depression. We never know who wants to take their own life. We never know who's going through a bad divorce or a bad breakup. We don't know what somebody's going through. Now, I've had people, and usually I just call them the internet trolls and everything else. They tell me, what, if they're depressed, they'll reach out. You want to know something? Through my family and through the different people I know in life, if they're a veteran or somebody in college or, people with depression have one thing. They don't want to be a burden on anybody else. So the one thing that all these idiots like to say, and I'm calling them idiot in the term of they're unknowledgeable of what their surroundings are. They don't understand these people are doing it because they don't want to be a burden on anybody, which means they're not going to reach out. They don't know how to reach out, and they feel if they reach out that a lot of these people that promise them the world and everything else are going to turn their backs on them. They're going to basically belittle them. They're going to bully them. They're going to do the things they don't want to have done. So they basically take their own lives. They take depression because depression can hit somebody very quickly. And we don't realize it's hitting them because we don't know what they're going through because they don't want to be a burden. So that is the problem with that situation. So you always want to understand people. You may not know what somebody's going through, but when you tell somebody, hi, how you doing today, and you shake their hand. When you tell your kids to go talk to people in church or at the veterans home, and you go up and say hi to them every day, and you smile at them, and you tell them, hey, you matter. You want to know what you just did? You just help pull them up a little bit farther from where they were down at. Think of an elderly person that's got dementia or Alzheimer's. Think how depressed they must get knowing. I think one of the hardest things I saw is when my one friend died of muscular dystrophy. His mother has Alzheimer's, and every 5 to 10 minutes she'd wake up realizing that her son was dying. And to realize that initial shock over and over and over showed me that we need to be, there for people. Because not all the time do people understand what's going on. So you want to know something? People are great. Every single person has a story. Even look at your enemies. They may be your enemies, but as some of the greatest generals said, when the wars were over, their best friends were the enemies on the other side because they got to know them so well inside and out. They just had different belief systems and viewpoints. Now, I'm not saying that you got to go embrace, but you got to learn to forgive each other. You've got to learn to forgive and let go. You need to forgive yourself, and you need to forgive your enemies. You need to ask for forgiveness from yourself and from those you think of as your enemies. And you want to know something? When it boils right down to it, there is not a situation bad enough to where you cannot befriend somebody for any type of situation. There may be a few that I can think of, but I technically shouldn't. But you want to know something? If somebody ever hurt my daughter, I'm going to go there. And just telling you right now, that'd be a very bad thing to do. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Each and every one of you is important. I don't know if you love God. I don't know if you're atheist, agnostic, if you believe in Jesus or what. But you've got to understand. You are a miracle that science cannot even explain. It doesn't matter who wants to tell you the facts. They don't know them. They can't even tell you where the origins of life stem from, whether it's a big bang, whether we're here for 5,000 years, 5 million years, 5 billion years, whatever. They can't tell you honestly. But I can tell you this. We are a miracle in ourselves, and each person that you get around every single day is a miracle. So whether you like them or not, they're still a miracle. I hang around with some of the greatest truck drivers in the world, with some of the foulest mouths that you'll ever get around. I have been in the military, and I get to hang around military people all the time. I hang around with some of the most Christian, God-fearing people there is. And then on the other side, I get to hang around some atheists and people that don't believe in God at all. But you want to know something? They're still good people. Because sometimes we may not have the answers, and the people around us give us answers that we're wanting to hear. It doesn't make it the right answer. What makes it the right answer is when we look out at everybody, we smile, and we help our neighbor. That's the fact of life. Go out there, be nice to each and every person. Teach your kids to love each other. You want to get rid of bullies in the world? Don't be one. There you go. You want to get rid and you want to get smarter in life? Then study. Learn to read books every day. Learn to read 11 good pages of a book. You want to know something? It may help. It may not. I don't know. I don't have all the answers for you. But I can tell you this. It's better than being miserable. Depression's a real thing. People have problems every day, but I tell you what, when my friends call me, I feel great. So I love to call my friends just out of the blue. I like to talk to people that normally think I'm going to go for business, just to know that they're okay and they're great people. They don't have to do business with me. I just like them anyway. Just like all of you matter. Your kids matter, and the people around you matter. So go out there tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Do something different where maybe you shut your phones off and go camping. That's a great idea. Go camping this weekend. The weather's nice. It's supposed to be nice all weekend. You know, do something great with your kids. Go to see Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War or something with your kids. You know, do something as a family, do something as a parent, do something as a loved one. Even if you take your neighbor's kids out because maybe their parents aren't taking care of them, or maybe something's wrong in somebody else's life and you need to make sure that their kids are okay. I know when my mom died, my family, friends, and neighbors all basically raised my sister and I because my dad is a great guy. And he's always been there for my sister and I. But you got to understand this. It takes a village to raise children, and it takes kindness. So be a great person today. That's my little bit of wisdom on this step of the way. I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to get some Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I'll talk to everybody later. God bless.